Zambales, Tagalog, Lalawigan ng Zambales, Ilocano, Probinsya T. Zambales, Sambal, Provincia ng Zambales, Kapampangan, Lalawigan ng Zambales, Pangasinan, Luyag Zambales, is a province in the Philippines located in the central Luzon region in the island of Luzon. Its capital is Iba. Zambales borders Pangasinan to the north and northeast, Tarlac to the east, Pampanga to the southeast, Bataan to the south and the South China Sea to the west. With a total land area of 3,830.83 square kilometers, 1,479.09 square miles, including the independent city of Olongapo, Zambales is the second largest among the 7 provinces of central Luzon after Nueva Ecija. The province is noted for its mangoes, which are abundant from January to April. Zambales does not have a functional airport. The closest functional airport is the Clark International Airport in the neighboring province of Pampanga. Subic Bay International Airport, which is located in Kubi Point in the Subic Bay Freeport Zone, is no longer functional for domestic and international flights. The Freeport Zone (SBFZ) is host to many tourist attractions which include casinos, parks, malls, beachside huts, cottages and resorts, as well as historical sites. Etymology. The province's name came from the word Zambal, which is a Hispanized term for Sambali. Zambal refers to the native language spoken by the early Austronesian inhabitants of the place. A contending version states that the name was derived from the word samba, meaning worship, because the Spanish supposedly found the native inhabitants to be highly superstitious, worshipping the spirits of their ancestors. It could also originate from the word Zambo, a term used by the Iberian, Spanish and Portuguese empires to distinguish people of African ethnicity, descent. The province is home to the Atis, the aboriginal people of the Philippines who share Afro-ethnic similarities. History. Prior to colonization, the Aeta people became the first human population who inhabited what is now Zambales. Due to Malay migration waves, the Tagalog people displaced the Sambal people in southern Luzon, which led to the arrival of the Sambal people into present-day Zambales. The Spanish first explored the area in 1572, led by Juan de Salcedo. Among the earliest towns founded were Subic 1572, Botolan 1572, Masinloc 1607, Iba 1611, and Santa Cruz 1612. During the Spanish period, a 1774 map was made, which clearly named Scarborough Shoals as Panacot Shoal, a feature under complete sovereignty of Spanish Philippines, specifically of Zambales. The shoal's current name was chosen by Captain Philip D. Auvergne, whose East India Company East Indiaman Scarborough briefly grounded on one of the rocks on 12 September 1784, before sailing on to China. When the Philippines was granted independence in the 19th century and 20th century, Scarborough Shoal was passed by the colonial governments to the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines. Masinloc became the province's first capital. However, the capital was moved among the last 3 towns above during its history before finally settling in Iba, due to its strategic location. 7 of the province's original northern towns, which included Bolinao, Infanta and Alaminos, were later transferred under the jurisdiction of Pangasinan because of their distance from the capital. The first civil governor of Zambales during the colonial American era was Potenciano Lasaca from 1901 to 1903. During the dictatorship of Ferdinand Marcos, Zambales was one of the most militarized areas in the Philippines as majority of the people were against martial rule. Many opposition Sambals were detained, tortured, killed, electrocuted at the genitalia, or were listed as missing. The province was one of the main supporters of the People Power Revolution in Manila, which topped the 21-year dictatorship and installed Corazon Aquino as president, bringing back democracy to the country. The province was heavily affected by the 1991 Pinatubo eruption. Due to this, the economy of the province weakened for some time, but regained vitality a few years after the government ordered the revitalization of the province and established growth in its southern towns, which later became an significant economic zone in the country by 1995. The 2012 Scarborough Shoal standoff led to a situation where access to the shoal was restricted by the people. Republic of China. However, in 2016, following meetings between the Philippine President Duterte and his PRC counterparts, the PRC allowed Filipino fishermen to access the shoals for fishing. In 2018, it was revealed that for every 3,000 peso worth of fish catch by Zambales fisherfolks, China siphoned them in exchange for 2 bottles of mineral water worth 20 pesos. The revelations led to public unrest against China and the Duterte-administered Philippine government. Filipino President Rodrigo Duterte fired back against his fellow Filipinos, including those from Zambales, saying that China's acts were fine, as they were only barter. In June 14, 2018, China's destruction of Scarborough Shoal reefs surged to an extent which they became visible via Google Earth and Philippine satellites, as confirmed by the University of the Philippines Diliman. Geography. Zambales lies on the western shores of Luzon Island along the South China Sea. Its shoreline is rugged and features many coves and inlets. The Zambales Mountains in the eastern length of the province occupies about 60% of the total land area of Zambales. Subic Bay, at the southern end of the province, provides a natural harbor, and was the location of the U.S. naval base Subic Bay until its closure in 1992. The summit and crater lake of Mount Pinatubo lies within Botolan Municipality in Zambales, near the tripoint of Zambales, Pampanga and Tarlac provinces. This volcano, once considered dormant, erupted violently in June 1991. The former summit of the volcano was obliterated by the massive eruption and replaced by a 2.5 kilometers (1.6 miles) wide caldera, within which Lake Pinatubo is situated. With an average depth of 800 meters (2,600 feet), Lake Pinatubo is the deepest lake in the Philippines. The highest point of the caldera rim is 1,485 meters (4,872 feet) above sea level, some 260 meters (850 feet) lower than the pre-eruption summit. A vast portion of the Zambales province acquired desert-like features in 1991, after being buried by more than 20 feet (6.1 meters) of lahar. Climate. Zambales has 2 pronounced seasons, dry from October to June, and wet from July to September. Administrative divisions. Zambales comprises 13 municipalities and 1 highly urbanized city, which are divided into 2 legislative districts. Olongapo City is a highly urbanized city and administers itself autonomously from the province. Panatag Shoal, Scarborough Shoal, a Philippine-claimed territory, is a designated part of the province. Barangays. The 13 municipalities and 1 city of the province comprise a total of 247 barangays, with Santa Rita in Olongapo City as the most populous in 2010, and Awaag Niblok in Botolan as the least. If cities are excluded, Calapacuan in Subic has the highest population as of 2010. Demographics. The population of Zambales in the 2015 census was 590,848 people, with a density of 160 inhabitants per square kilometer or 410 inhabitants per square mile. When Olongapo City is included for geographical purposes, the province's population is 823,888 people, with a density of 215 per square kilometers, 557 per square miles. Inhabitants. The Atis of Mount Pinatubo were the earliest inhabitants of what is now the province of Zambales. They were later displaced by the Zambal, an Austronesian people after whom the province is named. Many Zambal still believe in superstitions and mysteries that have been handed down through the generations. The Tagalogs, the Ilocanos, the Sambal, the Kapampangans, and the Pangasinans today constitute the 5 largest ethnic groups in Zambales. These identities may and do, however, overlap with one another due to intermarriage and other factors. Most of the people of southern Zambales are migrants from different parts of the country owing the influx of job opportunities brought on by the U.S. Subic Naval Base, San Antonio and Subic, during the American regime of the country. Many people found jobs and permanently settled there. The presence of the Americans greatly influenced the culture and way of life of the inhabitants. Religion. The people of Zambales are predominantly Roman Catholic and Iglesia Ni Cristo with a proportion each of the population in religious adherence, while Aglapayan is a significant minority religious group like in most other provinces in northern and central Luzon. The remaining proportions are divided with other Christian groups such as Born-Again Christians, United Methodist Church, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Jehovah's Witnesses, Seventh-day Adventist as well as non-Christians, which is usually represented by Muslims. Town fiestas honoring patron saints are practiced in each parish. Languages. Sambal, Tagalog, and Ilocano are the 3 main languages of Zambales. Ilocano has 115,337 native speakers, Sambal has 114,637, and Tagalog has 250,637, plus 24,995 non-native speakers. More than 119,126 spoke other languages as their parent tongue, such as Kapampangan and Pangasinan, including non-Philippine languages such as English and Hokkien Chinese. About 75% of the population speaks and understands English to varying degrees of fluency, and road signs are mostly written in that language. Education. There are a number of higher educational institutions in the province. The Ramon Magsaysay Technological University, the first state university in the province, can be found in Iba. It has also satellite campuses in the municipalities of Sta. Cruz, Candelaria, Masinloc, Badolan, San Marcelino and Castillejos. St. Joseph College Olongapo, a college run by the Roman Catholic Church, can be found in Olongapo City. The Columban College, run by the Catholic Church, can be found also in Olongapo. The Magsaysay Memorial College is also run by the Roman Catholic Church and can be found in San Narciso. Colleges and universities. Ramon Magsaysay Technological University RMTU, Ibaid Ramon Magsaysay Technological University, commonly referred to as RMTU, is a state university, government-funded higher education institution in Zambales established in 1910. The university is named after former President Ramon Magsaysay, a native of the province. Its main campus is situated in the capital town of Iba, while satellite campuses are located in Santa Cruz, Candelaria, Masinloc, Badolan, San Marcelino, and Castillejos. The university also offers nursing courses at the Mondrian Ora College in Subic Bay Freeport Zone, business administration at the Wesleyan College of Manila under a consortium program. Economy. Tourism plays a large role in the economy of Zambales. Local and foreign tourists flock its many beaches, creating many job opportunities and contributing to the economy. Most of the province is still agricultural, but there are considerable industrial zones that provide jobs not just for residents of Zambales but also for neighboring provinces. Mining has recently been booming in Zambales, where there is an abundant deposit of nickel and other minerals. Zambales is basically an agricultural province. The chief products are rice, corn, vegetables, and root crops. Major industries include farming, fishing, and mining. Festivals and events. Notable people from Zambales.